Et c'est le matin à tous, bienvenue pour une nouvelle vidéo sur Genshin Impact en mode histoire. On est parti pour faire une vidéo sur KAMISATO et AYATO. Comme pour on a quand même débloqué pas mal de quêtes. Donc on va commencer, on va les attaquer. Donc let's go. Alors, je vais essayer de les faire quelques-uns parce que par exemple pour AYATO de base la quête commence pas ici. J'ai une cinématique je crois dans le centre de... J'ai une cinématique qui s'est déclenchée là. Qui m'ont demandé de venir ici et donc là il y a une cinématique. Parce que le problème c'est que si je venais ici pour faire par exemple les quêtes réputation, bah, je me retrouvais bloqué comme une merde parce que malheureusement bah, je pouvais pas les faire parce que c'est un cinématique. Tiens, c'est là où ici, tiens, d'ailleurs. 69, 100%, les quêtes, c'est bon. Donc là, faut que je peux faire ça, ok. Je vais faire une fois que j'aurai fini. Thomas.
Without looking at the board, you've ruined my strategy in one move. Amazing. Now what should I do next?
Ayaka, Toma, it's us! Huh?
Hey guys, it's been a while. If you're looking for my lady, I'm afraid she's not here right now.
Oh? That voice. Toma, would that happen to be the traveler?
Yes.
Greetings, traveler. Ayaka speaks of you constantly. Finally, today is the day. I am head of the Kamisato clan and Yashiro commissioner, Kamisato Ayato. Greetings, both. I have long been indebted to you on my sister's behalf. Finally, I have the chance to express my profound gratitude. Ayaka is out today. If you are here regarding anything related to the Kamisato clan, you are quite welcome to discuss it with me instead.
Oh, hi! Your flattering words flatter.
Why?
Well, he seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his way up. Look! As soon as he stands up, the whole atmosphere in the room changes.
You shower me with... There is no need to be quite so formal. This is a private...
Oh, good. Because that whole spiel was really tiring just now. We heard a rumor that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato are gonna get married soon. Do you know anything about that?
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd... I see. Well, it's true. It wasn't long. The head clans of two commissions are to become joined through marriage. Since the Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs, it closely involves us, too.
Yes. And since the commissions are kind of the face of the...
Right! Makes sense. Two true lovers becoming husband...
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between two commissions are extremely rare. But these two truly love each other.
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to send the best wishes of the Kamisato.
No need. I'll visit them.
Huh? But you have a...
This is a marriage between the Kujo clan and the Hiragi clan. The Kamisato clan must demonstrate the work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious. Normally, weddings and other ceremonies would come up, but she is presently occupied with other matters. And I happen to have a little time to... Oh, and would you two care to join me? I presume you two have a special connection with the individuals in question. This being the case, why not come and offer your best wishes too?
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. We just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although wait. All right then.
I cannot thank you enough. You're mere...
Wait, you're the yacht...
Toma, I'm heading out with my two guests now.
Not a problem.
That's it.
Ah, you're finally...
Ah, Yashiro Commissioner.
Who?
They're friends of ours. Paimon will do the introduction.
So it's true. Well, there we have it. That's it then. So be it.
Great, so our hunch was spot on. It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you. So I would be much obliged if you could keep it in strict confidence and...
Don't worry, sir. We give you our...
That puts my mind at ease. Now, on the topic. We'd like to pay a visit...
Of course not. I'd be honored. I guess this is where
Aw, cheer up, Shen.
I'll try.
Je sais plus quoi, il y a modèle. En fait, le futur mari plutôt. Et je vais me mettre en... Hop. Ah si, ouais. J'ai toujours les pings à la con qui restent, c'est chiant. Il faut que j'aille le faire encore une fois pour monter... monter Miss Xingyung. Vienne une.
All right, then. Please...
Okay. Thanks, Ippei. I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a more
I don't mean to impose, Sir Kujo. In fact, I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be. Given the close ties between our clans, it seemed only right that I should come and...
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much of a surprise.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryou Commission have slowly... I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm up to the task, so I can live up to everyone's expectations.
You're far too modest. The public thinks very highly of you.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have achieved anything without the support of my people. Thanks to them, everything is...
Well, you're certainly making big...
Come on now. Pardon me,
It's perfectly all right. It's a joyous occasion. Light-hearted is exactly how things should be. Really, who stays stony...
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on the whole thing?
Of course not. Where there is true love, nothing should... No doubt people will offer you a colorful variety of opinions. But of course, you will have factored this into your...
Indeed I am.
So, please be confident. When your mind is made up, you ought not be worried about things for which you are already... Nevertheless, there is just one small aspect of this.
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, Lady, if you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiragi and Kujo clans, the kinds of rumors that may begin to spread both...
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for quite a while. Hiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate in secret by sending letters. So although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage, it may well be the only opportunity we have.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined.
I can see where you're coming from. But you're only postponing the problem, not solving it. You will still have to face it.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything, well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet her and have... It's funny, actually, because when I...
Oh, c'est bien, c'est elle qui lui a demandé en mariage.
She didn't say. She just acted...
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending. So I played along and said, I was after making some disgruntled noise.
Okay. So you discussed it and decided on a date.
We did. I guess it was a chance to finally... And you know what? I think it was about time. No matter what happens next, I will always be there for her as the one person she can...
Oh, give me a... Sorry, but why have you been wanting to say this the whole time? Is it just this dude or does...
Apologies, my friends. And also to Sir Kamisato.
Far from it. On the contrary, seeing you so positively smitten, no surer evidence could there be of your true feelings and your commitment. I wish you a joyous wedding when the day...
Yeah, even if it's kinda irritating to see you all smug like this, it's...
Thank you all. It means a lot.
We have some other business to attend to now. Until next...
Very well. I'll see...
He seems busy. That must be true.
You're right. Kujo, what do you think, traveler? He chalked it up to her being coy, but that doesn't sound like the Hiragi Chisato. It bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth...
Yeah, how come? Whenever we come across stuff...
I see. In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information to go on, and I must be... Secondly, and more importantly, the person involved doesn't seem to care. If we intervene without his blessing, good intentions may lead to catastrophic...
You do have a point. Kamaji...
Everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. Sort of. I have to take this approach, or the work... My opinion is something like this. When something strange happens, instead of trying to find out what if the outcome is positive, and no, we don't know yet. I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting.
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already talked everything through, haven't they?
Only if we are to take Kujo Kamaji at his word. But there are two sides to every story. I wish to know Hiragi Chisato's angle on this.
Huh.
Don't worry about it. I was planning to visit the Hiragi clan to deliver my best wishes anyway. If she's as committed as Kujo Kamaji, perhaps they can navigate the Well, life isn't always a smooth...
Allez, ouais, on retrouve la petite demoiselle.
There is still much to prepare for the... Should we also invite some prominent business leaders who frequently visit?
At the very least, we should...
I agree. Hello there, Yashiro Commissioner. To what do we owe the honor on this fine day?
As it happens, I'm here regarding the same wedding I believe I heard you discussing just... Would Lady Hiragi happen to be available at this moment?
Our lady is entertaining guests right now, and we're not entirely sure how long she will be.
But please, do come in. We will arrange some tea and snacks for you and your attendants.
Hey! Paimon is not an attendant!
You misunderstand.
You're too...
We don't wish to impose. We'll just wander around in the general area. Apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparations. Please, let us know once Lady Hiragi is available.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. This wedding is a joyful occasion, and all the other clans who serve, we're merely doing the best we can to make this wedding as grand an affair as possible.
When the time comes, we'll invite everyone in the clan and even the general public to attend.
That sounds splendid. We'll leave you to it.
Take care, Commissioner.
hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind. I spotted a stall on our way over where we can pass the time. The owner always manages to come up with novel ideas.
Oh, it's Tomoki!
Ah, it's you. Good. Seems like you're always showing up with a VIP in tow.
Oh? So
Yep, we tried his dango milk a while back with the almighty Shogun in Inazuma City.
Ah, I see. I'd caught wind of this dango milk, but I didn't know that it had anything to do with you two. I always order one of his creative drinks whenever I pass the stall. The flavor is all. When I noticed he'd set up shop in Rito, I simply had to come by.
Oh, thanks to you all, my business is finally beginning to take off. It gave me the confidence to decide that I'm going to stick to creative cuisine from now on. On the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my culinary creations. On the other hand, I wanted so I gave it a lot of thought and
Sounds interesting.
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts of ingredients, and they pick and choose. As well as dango, I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar, and sunsettia.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine, but who knows?
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here? Would that be okay?
Well, I guess so. Any novel ideas you have, Commissioner, please feel. The whole idea was to let my customers express their creativity freely. So of course.
Excellent. There are lavender melon, seagrass, and sea ganoderma.
What? You
I do indeed.
really think that?
It's all about the experience. The taste is secondary. It's great to traveler. Any thought?
Doesn't Paimon get a say in this? So this is peer pressure, huh?
3 milks with sea ganoderma, please.
No problem. Give me a... Here, your milk is ready. Give it a try.
Somehow Paimon got it down eventually.
I think it's all right. It has quite a fascinating...
Your review seemed pretty positive, but Paimon still...
Taste is your key concern, yes?
Obviously! Tasty food and drinks are so...
Well said. If I could say the same was true for me, I believe I'd be a very... Yes. No one has unlimited energy, and I try to conserve mine for the things that really count. To create... Having my sister attend public events in my stead, and having Toma as housekeeper has also been a...
We're just passing the time here though, right?
One or two things. Let's continue this discussion somewhere. I noticed something before we left the Hiragi clan's residence. No, it was just a small detail. I was curious to know their thoughts on the wedding. Naturally, they responded that all other clans are happy for the Hiragi clan. But that's not...
What do you mean?
Hiragi Shinsuke is still in prison, meaning the Kanjo Commission is the least stable in the Tri-Commission. Hiragi Chisato is the sole remaining pillar of her clan, but now she plans to marry into the Kujo clan. If I belong to one of the assisting clans to the Hiragis, but they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them. These are not unintelligent people. I imagine they didn't want to discuss Keep a close eye on them, Hisashi.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quietly watching out for us this...
Merely doing my duties.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we met today.
Well received.
Oh, and I almost forgot. That milk I just had? Please order one more and deliver...
As you wish, sir.
Oh no, poor Toma.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiragi's previous engagement is now...
Thank you, kind. Let's go and see here.
Everywhere. Déjà, on sait qu'on aura une quête ici. Ça, c'est cool.
Our bond is strong. Hi, nice to see you again, Chisato.
I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests, but I didn't.
It's been a while, Lady Hiragi. How have you...
This is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not often that I have the chance to meet you, let alone here in the comfort of my own home. You must be so busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and congratulate Kamaji and—
But of course, the Tri-Commission are the servants of the Shogun, and we should look out for one another. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated myself. I sincerely wish—
This was not an easy decision to make. We will both have to work harder. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir. But come what may, we will stand as one and face whatever the future throws at us.
Sounds like things are pretty tough for you, Chisato.
Yes. But Kamaji has been so supportive. His promises—
It sounds like you have some considerable reservations.
Yes. Well, there are so many things. In case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now.
Oh!
He charged in all of a sudden and said that he had something very important. He didn't mince his words. Basically, he has always been a calm and contained person who But despite all that, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry into the Kujo clan, that pillar is taken away.
It's just two families becoming one big family though, right?
Traditionally, in Inazuma, after the wedding, Lady Hiragi will belong to the Kujo clan. The Kanjo Commission's attitude toward you may undergo—
Precisely. This is a terrible thing to be saying. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm making my guess.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now that I've heard your concerns, I should offer to help you as best I can. Now, we heard from Sir Kujo that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he received from you. But we've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Kujo thought that perhaps you were just being coy. Oh.
What? But that was— It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it?
Fancy lettering, you say? So I am to understand that had it not been for this letter, you two may not have chosen this moment to be wed?
When it comes down to it, yes.
Sir Kujo maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh?
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. In that sense, you could say that, who knows, perhaps Sir Kujo was the one being coy. After all, he had no particular reason to be—
I understand. But my position does matter. Kamaji and I thought, but now,
Marriage is the most important decision of your life. It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job to help people through difficult— I say this as an advocate for you personally, and for the Hiragi clan. Please, do not be compelled by circumstances to make any decision that goes against your— To be together with the one you love is a sacred thing. It is my
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over—
Oh, wait,
Thank you, Lady Hiragi. But the traveler, let's find somewhere—
Jacket magouille. Anguille sous roche.
Hiragi Chisato is on a totally different— Ayato, why did you give her such vague suggestions? Couldn't you just have told her what you'd do in her position? 'Cause Paimon—
I've said everything I can, given the Yashiro Commission's stance. Interfering too much with other commissions' domestic issues will only create trouble. The more I think about it, the stranger this all seems. But Hiragi Chisato has yet to see it.
Strange.
Someone wants Hiragi Chisato to be married as soon as possible, and if my guess is right, it is someone from within the Kanjo. Think about this. A lowly officer is greatly worried about Hiragi Chisato's future, While the heads of the... When someone's words and actions do not match, you need to infer their intentions from their behavior. Yes, it's a smart strategy. Far superior to the one adopted by... Even had the forged letter failed and been seen for what it was, there would have been no repercussions. They could simply have explained it away as a misguided but well-meaning matchmaking attempt by a member of the family. But if the letter were to achieve its goal, as it has so far, the perpetrator would successfully weaken the Hiragi clan without ever having to lift a finger against them. With Hiragi Chisato having married into the Kujo clan and the head of the Hiragi clan in prison, challenges to the Hiragi clan... Actually, we have evidence. His name...
Shinojo?
He should be back by...
Yes, sir.
Did they take one of the Kanjo Commission officers away?
Yes. His name is Shinojo.
As I expected. They cannot afford to let this opportunity pass them by. They have to act now while Hiragi Chisato had been persuaded by Kujo Kamaji, and the wedding was sure to go ahead. But after Chisato's meeting with Shinojo, she began to have second thoughts. In their eyes,
But why did they suspect him?
someone was eavesdropping on our conversation with Chisato the entire time.
No way. Whew. But Chisato got what you meant about...
I think so. Her stance was so... Despite all of it, when she formally...
Marriage is...
Easier said than... We, meanwhile, are out in the open. If we attempt to stop this wedding from happening, we will become the villains of... At this stage, if the perpetrators wish to maintain control... But first things first, we must go and rescue Shinojo. He has done not... Tell me where Shinojo is. We'll head up.
Peut-être là où on va aller dans le donjon pour le sauver. Il y a Anguille sous roche.
Stop this at once.
It's the Yashiro Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our master. No one else.
Really? Then please.
Who goes there? Soldiers, quick!
Be still.
Get them!
Withdraw. Dissipate. Watch out.
I must withdraw.
Blast. We must report to Master right.
Hey, get back here.
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish anyway. Leave them be. I think I saw a key fall to the ground during the fight. But in all the chaos...
What the? It's a tanuki? Oh.
Let's follow it and...
Et on a réussi. Alors.
It was terrifying. They said they were gonna throw the. Oh, wait! You have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding. They.
Calm down, Shinojo.
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, everything is unfolding rather as we expected. Those behind this plan are not going to give up easily. Their next move is imminent. We must devise sufficient countermeasures.
Yashiro Commissioner, you're personally going.
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability of all. The almighty Shogun has always despised these pathetic power games. As a commissioner, I am a servant of the Shogun, and it is therefore my duty to handle these tiresome matters on her behalf. Shinojo, don't return to your post yet. Traveler, Paimon.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner, I hear you showed up here with no explanation and attacked my men. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret...
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible... Shinojo may be your retainer, but the law does not...
Abuse! Nonsense! I was just teaching him a lesson. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiragi and start spouting out the most I dare say, the poor lady...
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for...
Two people from two different clans are getting married. That's all there is to it. And yet this young gentleman took it upon him. Even if she marries into the Kujo clan, Lady Hiragi will always be the dog. We are, and always will be, her loyal assistants. Loyalty and duty are our guiding principles. Not only did... Even if we put it...
Darn it! This guy is good. Annoyingly good.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. There's, for instance, a merchant from abroad once told me about a curious kind of bird with the most extraordinarily long tongue. So long, I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself could be able to guess what people do with these...
Keep them as pets.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, this bird is of no use to humans whatsoever, and certainly doesn't make a suitable pet. The reason they give is this. The longest tongue has the most to say, but don't be deceived as it chirps away.
You... I say, Yashiro Commissioner, are you here?
Far from it. In my mind, the Kanjo Commission is made up of honorable individuals. It is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering, all as part of a plan to remove Lady Hiragi from her position in the Kanjo Commission.
Yashiro Commissioner, please don't make accusations.
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him disappear as soon as... Ugh, dear me. I can't believe the Grand Matsura clan is now represented by... You studied hard and took a government position, only to make it to where you are now just to play these petty power games behind... In your years of service to the Shogun, not only... I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura.
Is that right? Then this is at most a Kanjo Commission issue. We'll handle this amongst ourselves. You are reaching rather outside of your bounds, Yashiro Commissioner. If you seek to involve yourself in other... I think you are simply opposed to an alliance between the Kanjo Commission and Tenryo Commission. Because the new... So you come here with an elaborate excuse to try...
So, that's how you view it. Well...
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is going to happen. The notices have already been sent out. Olivina's... Most of the public weren't aware that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato were courting. Once the notices go out... That's it. The wedding is...
I see. I had expected you to at least be smarter than most. But it's...
Kamisato AYATO...
You've made your move. Now, I suppose it's time I made...
What do you mean?
Do you seriously think this marriage will bring the Kanjo... Isn't it at all possible that the Kanjo Commission becomes... Goodness me. Well, I've learned a... They had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. Let's see how things are in Inazuma City. Then, I'll take you through the details.
Let's go.
Look at this. The daughter of the...
Sounds like an old...
For sure. I'm just surprised. It seems very sudden.
Good luck to them, I say. I'm sure it must have...
Looks like the wedding is definitely going ahead.
It's still too early to make that conclusion. Our adversary wants to push this marriage past the point of no return. However, we can still beat them at their own game. But only if Kujo Kamaji is willing to help us.
Là, faut que je passe à droite.
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially announced. It seems so sudden. I wasn't ready.
Yeah, about that.
I see. So someone's trying to take...
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal. But we must take Lady Hiragi's...
I've previously considered this possibility. But in the end, we're getting married for true...
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, she should not... Or, to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady Hiragi will need your help to get through the hard times ahead, which perhaps suggests that... I don't mean to criticize you. It is natural to want to protect our loved ones. You're an intelligent and gentle person, and I'm sure you would have been able to think about this more objectively were you not so... I'm sure you admire Lady Hiragi for being the independent, gentle, resilient, and strong-willed person. For the sake of marrying you, this wonderful woman will become someone who has to depend on you for the rest of... Are you really okay with that?
I love her with all my heart, and would do anything to make her happy. That's why I cannot abide to see her suffer or be manipulated by other people. Yashiro Commissioner, you're right. It was naive and selfish of me, but it's too late now, isn't it?
I have a plan, but... Sir Kujo, in order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. But it is... Are you willing to help?
If there's a way to salvage this, then let's hear it.
I've told the people at the Kanjo Commission that the marriage isn't going to unify the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryou Commission. On the contrary, the context for this is that they are planning to use this marriage to bring down the Hiragi clan. And the key to their success is coming up against no resistance to the marriage from the Tenryou Commission. But what if we were to imagine for a moment that since the affairs of the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou Commission has been planning to make a move against the weakened Kanjo. The only reason you have been hesitant to act since taking over the Tenryou Commission is because you care about Lady Hiragi's feeling. And so, your plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission, to marry her and bring her out. Once that is achieved, as the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission, you no longer have any reason.
I see. This is an ingenious plan. It takes advantage of the situation.
Exactly. Our purpose is to change Lady Hiragi's position from an unnecessary burden to an indispensable asset. By doing so, we can even strengthen her position in the Kanjo Commission. Once our adversaries realize how the network of connections behind the scenes really looks, they'll do their utmost to stop this wedding from happening. Then, we simply leave them to clear up the mess they've created.
Got it.
So the network...
We have to make sure that the behind-the-scenes story comes to the attention of our... Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. No doubt he'll be on the lookout for the first sign of a crisis. In that case, he will almost certainly have placed informants throughout Inazuma City. What we need to do is to use these informants... Sir Kujo, there are certain things that...
Oh, ça part en couille.
It's almost time. My ninja has located one of the informants. Let's go and see if he'll take the bait.
Ça part en cacahuète son truc, hein. Hein? Non, pas encore dit... Oh. C'est quoi ça encore? Encore une quête qui est bloquée par une autre quête, ça c'est chiant par contre, mourir. De toute façon, je sais même pas ce que c'est cette quête. On va finir la quête rapidement par contre. Ah voilà, j'ai l'impression que ça finit. Le fait de parler, ça permet de débloquer les quêtes. Voilà. Donc l'autre quête c'était quoi alors? Ok, bon, c'est une quête monde ça va. C'est pas une quête du mode histoire.
That person is one of Matsura's informants. Let's follow him. Be careful.
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji just came past here with a huge group of people.
Could it be related to the wedding announcement?
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something much more serious. He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
The Tenryo Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I guess it must have something to do with the wedding. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujo Kamaji being overcautious.
The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
As expected. Let's follow him.
Wow! It's like the—
Excuse me. Has something happened? I'm a businessman passing through, and it's a little disconcerting to see this place so—
Ah, please don't be alarmed. As I'm sure you've heard, the wedding of Sir Kujo Kamaji. Sir Kujo decided to send for Lady Hiragi ahead of time, and have her live in Inazuma City during the—
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiragi. Not just us, either. You'll see more Tenryou Commission members as you go further along. We're all here for the— Sir Kujo holds Lady Hiragi in the highest regard, and wants to treat her with the utmost respect, from beginning to end.
I understand. Sorry to— Drat. It's exactly as Master— They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiragi to leave. Wait, no. If Lady Hiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. But we're no I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again!
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. In this atmosphere, mounting suspicion will— Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment.
Are they really gonna own up and—
If you're curious to find out, you can visit— I have some other business. In any case, we've made our move. Well then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiragi Chisato's best interests.
He left kind of abruptly. Paimon too!
I wonder what's on the other side.
Et 2 jours plus tard, 1 et 2. Oh, c'est pas en couille.
These people from the Tenryou Commission have been here for days now.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiragi.
I heard that the Kanjo Commission suddenly said they don't want Lady Hiragi to leave. To be honest, I'd be hesitant if I were her. A crowd this size comes to Rito? Who knows?
Shh, stay quiet. Someone might hear you.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here 2 days ago to escort Lady Hiragi to Sir Kujo Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. But every time we attempt to receive the bride, the Hiragi clan, since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we decided to stay in Rito until Lady Hiragi is ready to come with us. We apologize. We promise our presence here will not impact ordinary people's lives. We can only hope that the leaders of the Hiragi clan will start. If this stalemate continues, who knows? Sir Kujo might give...
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. We're stuck in limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of— I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do? I've told him before, never cross the—
Yeah, good advice. With him, you just know that if Lady Hiragi is really taken away, then what will the Tenryou Commission do? And what will the Yashiro Commission—
Maybe we should tell Master to discuss things with Lady Hiragi.
Hiragi Chisato is now at the center of every conversation in Rito. By now, the Kanjo Commission Commission probably knows how important
Oh, Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on out.
Don't worry, we can explain everything. So, what happened was...
After the Tenryou Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. They keep having secretive discussions and won't allow me to have any direct... I never would have thought that this was Sir Kamisato's plan. Now it all... I'm sorry. I haven't. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything would be easier if I simply didn't have... I used to tell myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But once I saw I didn't feel reassured at all. Instead, I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. I can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, I should absolutely refuse to go through with it. But that's not the answer I'm looking for. And also...
Ah, Lady Hiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. I thought you'd gone missing. You... Wait, what do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to convince Lady Hiragi?
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just...
Friends? Are you... Lady Hiragi, I told you already, these are exceptional circumstances. You need to be more vigilant in everything you do. You are extremely important to us, and to the entire Konjo Commission. Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat. Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. His arrival might well be... The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you could hope to control it. If this deadlock continues any longer, we will have nothing to gain and much to lose. This is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation and take responsibility for the situation.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the others right away.
Good job, Chisato!
I was so nervous. But I thought things are now so critical that I should at least give it a try. And it worked remarkably well. Yes, well, let's wait and see what happens.
We had a serious discussion and reflected on our mistakes. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of the situation here. Everyone is besides themselves. I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and duplicitous. I was selfish and ignored the greater good. Would you please give us a second chance? For my lady's sake, please. I suppose you're right. The only person who can change the Tenryou Commission's mind will be We'll head off to the Kamisato estate shortly and beseech him to help us with the utmost. Lady Hiragi, might I ask you to join us? You are the most important.
J'espère que ça règle le problème. Qu'on peut rien pas se foutre sur la gueule.
Aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me.
T'as essayé de magouiller, maintenant tu me dis ouais, tu veux pas le laisser un petit mot de ma part? Non.
Yashiro Commissioner, I'm sure you've heard the news. The Tenryou Commission has now occupied Rito, refusing to leave, and I realize I have greatly offended you with my atrocious actions. And I realize also that...
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. I fear this leaves no time, so please.
I know our apology means nothing to you, but we really have nothing else left to offer by this point. Lady Hiragi is indispensable to us. We promise to always support her. So, would it be at all possible for you to talk to Sir
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will be ridiculed by the public if we choose to withdraw the notices now and eat our words. To lose face for the Tri-Commission is to bring shame to Her Excellency. Are you and your associates ready to...
We'll take full responsibility. We'll publish a new notice and hold a conference to explain. We'll do everything we can to minimize...
Master Matsura. But the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first, regardless of what Sir Kujo and I may feel at this point. If the situation in Rito is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiragi and the inhabitants of Rito, if we fail to contain the situation promptly, the rumor mill will wreak havoc on the Tri-Commission's reputation. Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune, and as for the ones with excessively long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets.
Yes!
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir Kujo for you. But I can't guarantee that he will change.
I understand. Thank you for...
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a...
Okay, then please excuse me.
Yes, Lady Hiragi, I have something to tell you.
Oh? Why? Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. As a commissioner, the almighty Shogun trusts me to do her will. But now, I'd like to take off my commissioner hat and...
Oh, please.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through an extremely difficult... My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan long ago. My mother loved him dearly. She passed soon after. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Yashiro Commission. Everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost power. That made my sister and me nothing but... It may sound preposterous now, but I assure you...
Pretty similar to how...
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in. While I desperately looked around for powerful supporters, I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents' dying wishes, and I also had a young sister. I didn't mind what became of me, but my family... No, fortunately, I persisted, and the Kamisato clan was able to survive this storm.
I think I now know where my sense of loss... Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me, in a way that no one else did. That's why he couldn't bear to... I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married. But the fact is... It's because I...
The reason why Sir Kujo was able to face the prospect of marriage so confidently is because...
That's it. The situation I'm facing now is the same one when his clan was in crisis. He bravely... It is time for me to make a stand.
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, your father will be able to let go and allow you to decide how... It might not sound exciting, but this kind of personal growth is a necessary step in the...
And I'm sure I can get that. I will use this as an opportunity to take over the responsibilities of the Hiragi clan. This puts less pressure on Kamaji, and means I can support and protect myself without having to worry about becoming a burden or dependent on someone else.
My best wishes to both of you were and remain heartfelt. When the time comes for the wedding to go ahead...
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. I am grateful for everything you... Now, if you'll excuse me...
Take care, Lady Hiragi.
Yes. In fact, my...
La quête sera finie.
She really has the air of a leader now. Hats off to you too, sir. Everyone thought there was no way out until you...
In fact, counter-checking is a perfectly... Our rival this time was easy to deal with. He was smart, but short-sighted.
Even so, anyway...
I agree. Stability in Ina's... Well, perhaps for Master Matsura, a stable nation is the prerequisite for a But human desire... All I have tried to do is make sure... Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important dealing with the Hiragi clan will be much easier for her.
Wait a second! You aren't trying...
I thought straight away it was bad timing. Nevertheless, if you choose to give up your stance on something once, you'll be having to compromise for the rest of your life. I didn't want to see her suffer because now...
Okay then, guess we'll have to wait.
All right.
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Everything was perfect. Well, except for one minor detail. I somehow...
Didn't you like it? I distinctly remember you...
Oh!
The Traveler had one of those as well.
I'm sure he's made a...
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have been more guarded against... It wouldn't have been so easy to get to the heart of the matter.
There you go again, my lord. Placing the focus on other people while discreetly perform...
Naturally.
Et voilà, c'est Précieux Custos. La quête histoire de Monsieur KAMISATO est terminée. Donc la prochaine fois, on attaquera Kazuha. Et Kazuha donnera suite à cette quête-là. La genèse inversée. Donc j'espère que ça vous a plu. Je vous dis bien à la prochaine. Ça fait rire. Ciao les cons.
Surtout partagez, likez et au pouce.